Barstool Pick'em, we are back. College football is back. Don't miss any of the action. Jump in at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. This is going to be DraftKings' biggest college football season to date. Enjoy the ride now all the way through the expanded playoffs. And for all the newbies getting into the college spirit, here's something extra special. New DraftKings customers bet $5, get $250 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings all college football season long. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code PICK. That's code PICK for new customers. Get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, pick 'em week 4. Week 4. Boys, how we feeling? We're let's do records first. I am in first, but it's gross. I'm in first at 48%. Dave, you're at 45%. Rico's at 44%. Feels like it might have been a mistake to do the parade after
Garrett cursed me.
8-5 start. Bob Diaco standings. Ebo has not lost yet, and then we have Jackie Tables, Zupi, and Bosco at 2-1. Dave, Hank, and I at 1-2, and Liam at 0-3. I'm cursed, by the way, on my mortals this year. I don't know. I had the Cam Rising when they were up 20 and he gets hurt. And then last week, I don't know if you guys saw, but I had UCF. I think the only time UCF was -2 was when we were taping the show on Wednesday. It went back to a pick and then went back to 2.5, and they won the game outright. So I had them at a pick. Obviously, I gave it out as -2 because that's what it was when we were taping the show. I got fucked. But whatever. We keep going.
I felt like, and this happens, I guess, it happens a decent amount. I'm probably the worst with, like, if I'm running around adding my actual picks. I think you should be able to see everything I bet, I believe, on DraftKings. I have set it up so you can go, if you want to follow me, every pick I make. And I've thought about it because, like, my parents are going to go in there and be like, "This my son is nuts." Like, but you can see everything I'm doing. And I really felt like I did better than my record last week. Even I forgot who my mortal was. It was Colorado. But all my other strong opinions won. I had a good week last week. I mean, I had a good week. So it doesn't reflect it on this chart, but I did have a good week.
All your ads, you should just text Jack. That's what I do. Anything I'm about to bet, I just text Jack. He tweets it out.
Okay.
I can also just take him from the group chat if you want and just tweet him out.
But I text him throughout the day, and he's on. He knows to have his phone.
Can you check, like, can you get a notification on DraftKings when I place a bet?
I believe so. I can just start taking him from the group chat.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean the group chat? What do you mean
the betting group? Sorry, betting group is what.
Yeah, take it from the betting group. Everything I place should be like in college football. Not obviously the parlays and whatnot, but the straight bets should all, like, I don't know what. I did a couple games late. I had a 3-game parlay. Colorado fucked me every which way because the other games I won so easily.
Well, you got hosed on that other one with South Carolina.
That was
it. I would have lost no matter what because Colorado, I don't know if I would have hedged. I had South Carolina money line, UNLV, which would have been my mortal lock, but it was a Friday night game, so I didn't do it because I feel like that makes our parlay harder to do if you have to get it in by Friday. They won outright. That was a ridiculous line. So it was UNLV, South Carolina, Colorado, State. All money, and I should have been 2-0 with a chance for a big hit. South Carolina, did you ever see the second play, Dan?
Yes, I did. It was egregious. It's insane what happened to them with the refs.
South Carolina, they have the game won. They got a pass interference, which would have, I think they were up, I forget what they're up, 6 maybe? They have like a 40-yard completion. I still don't know who they called the flag on.
Yeah.
You can watch the play. I don't know who they called the offensive pass interference on. And then they got a pick 6 that was called, and I get it. You can't, like, smash the quarterback. The guy did not smash the quarterback.
It was a football play.
It was like 2 hands out, a legal block, and they called that back. So South Carolina got absolutely screw-oled. It didn't matter, really, because I didn't have them actually money. I just had them money in the parlay. I had them as my biggest bet of the day straight up, so I won. But, yeah, they got fucking screwed.
Yeah.
And their quarterback got hurt at halftime.
Yeah. That was one of those ones that they should have won. I mean, that was the story of Saturday. Quarterbacks get hurt, you can't win a game. I mean, that was Wisconsin. We were up 3-0. Our quarterback gets hurt. Different game.
Dan texted me. He goes, "We really showed you. We only lost by 30 or whatever it was."
Yeah, and Dave said that we'd lose by 60. We fucking shoved it up his face.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a tough one to be at. And Bama fans just know they were just having the time of their life. Just. They missed a field. It was 3-0, and then Bama missed a field goal, and the guy sitting next to me was just like, it doesn't matter. Like what the fuck? He's like, we're gonna win this game by 100. And Bosco gets his mortal. Which fuck you, Bosco.
All right, I'm trying to win a trophy.
No, it's fine. I understand.
I've bet on Wisconsin way more than I've bet against them.
Listen. It's fine. I forgot you're a Bama guy too. You've been a Bama guy since Nate Oates took over that program in institutional chaos. All right.
Number 1 in the preseason polls.
Okay, so next week we will be in person though. Next week, and we have any big picture talking points from the first 3 weeks of the season. I'm having a spectacularly bad season overall. I don't know. I just can't.
I got mad at Feinbaum today.
Oh,
What'd you get mad at Feinbaum for?
Basically saying there's a quarterback controversy in Texas, and Arch Manning. It's like Arch Manning played the Little Sisters of the Poor. Like, what are we talking about?
Quinn Ewers went to the playoff last year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, quite literally, like any Alex Orgy could have put up 100 versus who they played. What are we talking about? Quarterback controversy?
I don't know about that.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
We are gonna find out. But I don't know about Alex Orgy putting up 100. I think you'd have to give Alex Orgy like
6 quarters.
Yeah. 6 quarters, 60 quarters to put up.
We're gonna find. Well, the beauty of it, we'll find out. I was mad at myself last week. I talked about it. I bet it. I should have put all my money on Indiana over UCLA. I knew they were gonna crush that team. UCLA is arguably the worst team in college football.
Yeah, I had Indiana. That was an easy one. What are you guys? Do you guys have? I've had this take for about 2 weeks now. Some Nebraska fans are getting mad at me. I think a lot of Nebraska fans kind of see what I'm saying. Do you think that Dylan Raiola, cosplaying as Patrick Mahomes is a little weird? It's a little weird, right?
Yeah, it's a little weird the fact that he's doing it, to a T.
Right.
To emulate the best guy, and he grew up watching him,
Well, he claims he didn't.
All right, then this guy's just nuts.
But I will say he does it to such a degree. It's almost,
It's like he's playing. It's almost like you're watching the actor in a movie.
Yeah, it's like
he's got it down to a T.
Is he practicing it though?
That's what I'm saying. That's the weird part. He's a good quarterback. I think he's going to be awesome for Nebraska. Nebraska's a really good team, but
I don't know about that.
You don't think they're a good team?
I don't know. I mean, they haven't played anybody.
Yeah, there's a couple teams that
we'll find out Friday.
Have a nice.
Will we? I don't know that Illinois is the new litmus test for college football.
They're at least getting tested. Yeah.
No, but are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Illinois is ranked.
Illinois, you don't generally hear people be like, "Well, we beat Illinois, so we're legit."
No, that's a good point.
They
got a number next to them.
They're a tough football team.
They got a number next to them.
Yeah. They're a tough football team. But yeah, that one was weird to me. I also don't know, and this is biased because I bet it at 35-1. I don't understand how Travis Hunter, if he keeps doing what he's doing, I know Colorado's not going to be good at the end of the year. They're probably only going to win 4 or 5 games. He should be the Heisman if the award is best football player in America, best college football player. He's playing 120 snaps a game.
And at an elite level.
It's insane.
Did you guys see what I would have to say is the craziest taunt maybe in 100 years when the quarterback from Colorado State ran out of bounds after a 2-yard gain to avoid contact with Travis Hunter and then gave him the too small.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
he got
this,
him
Dan?
after the game?
I did.
Someone pull this play up for Dan.
Hold on, I'm going to find it.
He gives it was a 2-yard gain. He ran out of bounds.
And then Shador, he tried to shake hands at the end of the game. Shador was like,
I'm
you
back
talk
in
all
on,
that shit.
I'm back in on Colorado. Back in on Colorado. I was on the wrong side, but back in on them.
All right, so they're down 14-3.
This is crazy.
That wasn't even – they're also the same height, and he didn't even do anything. He avoided him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's terrible. That's
Unreal.
terrible. I also had I don't know if you guys saw that. This is why I love college football, because you just end up in these fucking games that you just didn't expect to be in, and you're watching it. Did you guys see the Eastern Michigan Jacksonville State ending? Because it was the luckiest. It was the luckiest thing ever. So
I did not see this.
You didn't? All right.
No.
Well, yeah, maybe like 3 people were watching it. I had Eastern Michigan +3. They were up all game. Jacksonville State kicks a field goal to take it to overtime. Eastern Michigan gets the ball first. They get a field goal. Jacksonville State gets to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The most action thing ever. So Jacksonville State's about to win the game because they're going second and they're down 3. The center snaps it over the quarterback's head. They took a 26-yard sack and then have to settle for a field goal, and Eastern Michigan wins in double OT. It was like, this is why I love college football. You just watch these games. You're like, why am I watching this game? Oh, yeah, this is why. The dumbest shit ever. So, any other big picture college football? We're a football show now.
Feels like with the rules, like the fucking overs are dying. Games are moving way faster. I know maybe because that's on the wrong side of every over, but
I felt like we're kind of back in the groove. The game stuck out. I just remember a lecture about Texas Tech.
Yeah, I bet
from
that
Bosco.
over. Yeah. Had a
that
million
they
points.
stink. Didn't you have the other side of that, Bosco?
no, I didn't have the other side of that.
I thought you said
I didn't have
they
anything
sucked.
in that game.
I
had Wazoo a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
No,
I did have
thought
Wazoo.
Maybe it was Walker. Somebody.
It was Ev. Was it Ev? Ev had North Texas.
Oh, maybe that was it. I'm getting things confused. I know, like, Walker had Vanderbilt lecturing us on how good they were.
His team stinks.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Unbelievable.
That was so bad. That wasn't just a win. That was, they lost by 20?
Unbelievable. Battle Florida, Mississippi State toilet bowl game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live bet Maryland. That was a good one.
Yeah. Maryland played Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we're going to Auburn this weekend. Rico, you want to do the game time ad read for anyone who's going to the game?
Absolutely. Football season is here, and we can't wait to get out to some games this fall with the help of GameTime, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love GameTime. Now with their brand new GameTime Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. GameTime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste your time searching through thousands of tickets. I was looking at the Auburn tickets, Auburn, Arkansas. You can get sideline. There, it's a beautiful view, $129, 28th. Row 2, Section 28, Row 2, Lower East Sideline. So it looks like it's on the 40-yard line. It's absolutely beautiful. Amazing deal for that. Pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen and or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Auburn, Arkansas tickets now with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time Pick app today and use code PICK'EM to easily score great deals with the new Game Time Picks. That's code PICKEM. What time is it? Game time.
Why do you?
I guess this is a football show, but we got to ask about the Woj bump.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
crazy.
He's going to the Bonnies.
What does that even mean? Yeah, GM, was that like an NIL term now?
It's a new position. Yeah. So Rachel Baker is the GM at Duke. I think one of the Dunleavy brothers is a GM.
And what does that mean? You just control the NIL
you're high
money?
up. Yeah, you're. I think it's a liaison between NIL and the basketball program itself. Yeah.
Are you recruiting? Like, is that
I think you're involved in recruiting.
Do you just keep saying you think because you don't know the answer, but you're answering?
I don't know exactly what the general job description is.
So just say you don't know. So you don't know what it is.
You're the college basketball guy. How do you not know?
I don't know exactly what the GM does day to day, but I would imagine that they're overseeing
recruiting. I would imagine.
And they're overseeing NIL.
Right. You imagine, you think, that's just your opinion. No different than anyone else on this panel.
You're just like fundraising, basically.
Yeah, you're a figurehead.
I think you're the liaison, yes.
What is that?
Liaison between the fundraisers and the team.
So what does the liaison do?
Mitigate, mediate. You just talk to the different... You get all the info from one side, you give it to the other side. Mitigate and mediate.
What?
Yeah. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Mitigate and mediate.
I
could call. You want to call Fanta and get like an exact description?
Fanta. Yeah. Call Fanta.
He's ticked off still.
I'm ticked off.
I had Austin send me that just so I could save that for future use. But my guess, to me, a GM would mean the NIL raised the money and the GM decides who
Allocates
you're going to
it.
spend it on.
Yeah. You're
what
like, all right, we
players.
need a guard. We have this much money. Let's go
Yeah.
get this guard.
And what is like Georgia saying now the school can pay directly? Like, so does that just mean Georgia has an unlimited budget now, like for NIL?
They're going to do a salary cap, I think, soon.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah. You see Tennessee's doing 10%
Yeah,
on
10
tickets,
for
which is smart.
ticket hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Fanta didn't answer.
What do you mean he didn't
middle of-
answer?
He didn't answer. He didn't answer.
You called him?
Called him, yeah.
Powerful phone, Rico.
Damn.
It is a powerful phone when you have the number, Jack. You can't control who answers it. You don't wake up till noon.
What?
Jack doesn't
He's-
wake up till noon.
What?
He's
That
always
doesn't make
here.
any sense.
Whatever.
All right, I'm trying.
Can't control who answers the phone.
Let's see. Did you see the other Fanta clip? It was so good, Dave. When he was in a Twitter space talking about UConn. I guess UConn was upset. They only have
Yes.
4 weekend games. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to
did.
go to Red Robin
Yeah,
for the
I
bottomless
wanted to go to
steak
Red
fries.
Robin.
Yeah.
Johnny
Yeah.
Fanta's the best.
He's the one that got away.
I watched PBA bowling the other day because of him. He was on it. It was just on my TV. I was like, I
We
gotta
gotta
watch.
invent. We gotta invent
it?
like sports.
What?
He calls bowling.
He calls it on Fox.
They send him everywhere when it's not college basketball. He'll do women's softball, and not like the College World Series. He'll be at like Quinnipiac on like a 20-degree day.
He's great. He's a great bowling announcer. All right. Well, hopefully he calls back. So you
Try
mitigate
somebody
and mediate. No, we don't need someone. Who are you going to call?
I would have called, I don't know, a different reporter.
Who?
My guy at Fox. Another guy at
Who?
Fox. Aaron Torres. He's a good guy.
We don't need
The-
Aaron
the-
Torres.
The role of the GM to mitigate and mediate.
Mitigate and mediate. Why don't you call Woj? You have his number.
I almost think
I don't
that's-
have Woj's number, no.
I almost think that's the same word to a degree. To mitigate and mediate.
Where did you come up with those words? How'd you find those words in your brain?
Send fan to the Zoom.
After all these years, there's still nobody who has a faster tell when they really don't know what they're talking about than Bosco.
It's instant. All right, so we're going to Auburn. Well, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
First time there.
Yeah, so go get tickets on GameTime. All right, let's talk games, boys. We got 5.
Why was PizzaFest?
Oh, yeah. Did you go to both sessions?
No, I went to the night session. It was
Oh,
unbelievable.
man.
I don't know how you could eat both.
It looked
I don't know how you
incredible,
could-
Dave.
It was.
Yeah,
I had to
great
tap
turnout.
out at a certain point.
The pizzerias were great. Like they all come. The only one who complained was Elio.
He
I don't know what he did.
Tired.
He ran out of
Done.
plates, too?
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was, but everyone had a great time. Incredible turnout. So it was really good, and we raised money for that guy Al Santillo, so that's good too.
It looks like how much pizza did you end up eating?
I ate a good amount. You know what I ended up doing? I went back to my hometown pizza, Monty's, which I love and I don't get, and I got a full pie at the end. I load up on Monty's, but they're all great. If you like pizza, it's a great event. A little bit far out to get there, but it's quite the event. The evening session, I would have actually said was better because the sun went down a little bit, so it wasn't as hot, wasn't as crowded, still packed, but it was great. It's probably 10,000 people all total.
Yeah.
Dave, I was thinking about this. Is this an illegal move, or would you say it's okay? There's a new pizza place that I've been taking my kids to, and I know for a fact you wouldn't like the style of pizza. And the owner came up to me and was like, hey, can we get Dave to come by? Can I tell him to change his style and they'll have you go by?
Was it Neapolitan?
No, it's just like it's slices, but it's like thick.
Yeah. I mean, I tell the truth, be like, he's not going to like it. So
Yeah.
why do you want him?
But
here?
I want him to change his style anyway because
Yeah.
I like the style that
Yeah.
you like more.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
might just use that and just be like, hey, change your whole style, and he'll come and do it. Okay.
I think that's fair.
Okay. All right. Games. What do we have? For the games this week, DraftKings. Obviously, go bet all the games on DraftKings. Plus, this week, DraftKings has a college football parlay profit boost. All you have to do is head to the app, opt into the Barstool Boost, and make your bet. So head to the app now and claim this week's offer on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. All right, we got 5 games. There's 3 games that I'm very, very excited about. And then there's a couple extras that I added. Pretty good card. We'll start Friday night, Illinois at Nebraska. Reminder, if you want to bet it in Illinois, you can do it in person at the DraftKings Sportsbook at Wrigley. Nebraska's minus 7.5, over-under is 42.5. Rico, I'll start with you.
I'm going to take the over.
Okay.
Take the over.
After you just said
yes.
the overs are dying.
But 42 is low here. 42 is low. I like what Nebraska brings through on defense. I like what I've seen out of Illinois. I'm going to take the over.
Okay. Dave?
Illinois had that win that we all predicted.
Kansas, yeah.
Yep. And Kansas, I don't think is proving to be any great shakes. They lose to UNLV. These are two teams I have no read on. They both could end up having good seasons, but both of them could go in the tank. It wouldn't surprise me. It's at home at night for Nebraska. I'll go with Nebraska laying the points, but I am not going to bet this game in real life.
Okay. I am also in that same boat where I think Nebraska's good. I don't think Illinois is that good. I'll take Nebraska as well, but I don't love it. This is not a game I'm feel very confident in about. Okay. Next up we have let me just get the updated lines so I make sure. We have your game, Dave. USC at Michigan, the big house. This is so Michigan lost to Texas, followed it up with not really a convincing win against who'd you guys play last week?
Arkansas State. Well, it really depends on how you look at the stats. We're throwing interceptions, turning the ball over, still won by double digits. Quarterback change.
So, Orgy?
Yeah, I'm going to take Michigan. I think we out-physical USC, give them a little bit of a welcome. USC's defense is much better. I don't know. Maybe we just go back and we turn into like a naval academy or the Army or a military offense here, and we just run wishbone and option. I don't know that he can throw. Sharon Moore said he could throw. I've seen him throw a couple times. They don't look great. I'm going to take Michigan. If we can win this game, we're right back where we want to be. The loss to Texas doesn't even mean anything. Texas is the number one team in the country. We beat USC at home, continue our dominance in the conference. I'm a happy boy. So we'll see. Maybe Alex Orgy for Orgy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm taking Michigan. We'll see how the court. I think if Michigan has a serviceable quarterback, they can play with anybody.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be similar to the Texas game. The USC game. They can't stop. Their defense is what scares. Like Michigan's defense, you thought you could hang your hat on it. I don't know if you can.
Texas is great.
Texas is very good, but the USC quarterback is very good, and they've looked good.
Well, it's tough to tell with these USC quarterbacks. Are they system guys because of the
coach? I saw your new
rankings.
I saw your new rankings very quick for a guy who said he was rooting for Caleb Williams.
I am rooting for him.
No, you aren't.
Did you see the CJ Stroud clip?
Yeah. What about it?
That was bad.
Why is it bad?
He just was very dismissive.
I don't want a fucking guy who's the same age as me telling me everything's going to be all right after I got sacked 100 times. C.J. Stroud's been in the league for 18 games.
This guy, I hope I'm wrong. I would if they're redrafting Drake May's the guy because he hasn't played yet, and that's the right way to do it. That's the right way to do it. But these are, I don't know. He's doing things
he's doing a lot of things that rookie quarterbacks don't do, like checking at the line and calling plays, and his offensive line stinks.
It's like he doesn't know it's like he doesn't know the other guys are paid too. Whatever. This is a college show.
No, that's not right. That's what you said is not correct. You're doing the fucking classic trope of like, oh, he thinks he can run around like it's the Pac-12 still. He's running because he has no choice.
He's got nobody to play.
He's not running because it's like fun to run. He's running because his life is at risk.
Sometimes you got to live to take another play instead.
What are you talking about? He's gotten 7 sacks last week.
He's throwing the ball. There's interceptions left and right. I don't know. I am rooting for him.
No, you aren't.
By the way,
just stop saying that. Stop saying that.
No, I won't.
No,
because
stop saying that.
I am. Houston Texans have gone from 16-1 down to 11-1, and they basically already clinched their division.
That's true.
Division's ass.
Yeah.
Dave, do you miss Harbaugh? You see him having all this fun. He's got his boys rolling.
I mean, say this about Michigan. We schedule the best, and that's why you go there. So, we've had by far the toughest schedule in the country. Who else has played Texas and USC this early into the season, this caliber of school? So, again, we're 2 weeks further in, new quarterback. If we win this game, we're in great shape.
Did you see Harbaugh's quote about guys who like football? It was basically like I want it on my tombstone. Did you see it, Dave?
No.
All right, I'll play it for you. It's
I've seen he's had a million quotes. He wants to basically he wants all the quarterback's genes and stuff.
Yeah,
Herbert.
just in a here's the quote from Harbaugh.
I love guys who like football. And guys who like football, they like me back, and I like them back. And even guys that don't like football, I mean, they try to avoid me because I'm always trying to get them to like football more.
So I like guys that like football. That's it.
Yeah. No, I miss him a little bit.
Yeah.
I miss him, but it's still his culture. Sharon's his guy. I'm excited for this game.
Yeah. I'm going to take USC in this game. I think USC is gonna beat Michigan. I just don't think Michigan has anything on offense.
I think it's the haves and have-nots. USC has a quarterback. Now, Michigan is going to try and run the ball like they did against State Penn and shorten the game and play defense. But and USC is going to get a welcome to the Big Ten moment, potentially with that. But I think USC has the quarterback, and that's the big difference.
The defense is what's much better. But again, USC hasn't really played anybody. So let's see
how
they
played LSU.
LSU, who's they? Let's see how they stack up versus the national champs.
Okay. All right, next game. This is Utah at Oklahoma State. Utah is, let's see what the line is right now, updated. By the way, this game, the combined age of the quarterbacks, Utah's -2.5. The combined age of the quarterbacks is 49. So Alan Bowman is 24. Cam Rising is 25. I think when the Bears play the Colts this week, the combined age of the two quarterbacks is 44. Two old guys playing. Cam Rising's back.
So the Bowman kid is the kid who went to Texas Tech, Michigan,
yes.
and here.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. And Cam Rising's just been at Utah forever.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the risk, and I will take Utah -2.5, hoping Cam Rising plays the whole game. If Cam Rising plays the whole game, Utah is a very, very good team, a playoff team. Obviously, it's burned me many times before, but I don't think Oklahoma State is as good. They had some hopes.
They're letting
this
people
year.
hang around games a lot too.
Yeah, they're just something a little off, and I think Utah is one of those tough, gritty teams that can take care of those mistakes if you give them a couple. So I'm taking Utah -2.5.
I feel like we've had this. Go ahead.
I'm on
Rico.
Utah as well. I love Gundy, but I'm on Utah defense. A little bit of advantage here with the defense. I don't love what I've seen out of Oklahoma State letting people hang around. I think Utah pulls it out.
I feel like we've had this conversation 100 times on this show. The difference between Utah at home and on the road. At home, virtually unbeatable. They get that weird smoke. Oklahoma State's a tough place to play. I like Cam Rising. I do. But on the road at Oklahoma State, give me the points.
Okay. The next one I had was one that probably didn't expect we'd talk about, but I was looking for the fifth game. Miami at USF. So Miami's going to South Florida. South Florida's been pretty good this year. They stuck around for 3 quarters against Alabama. They are 16.5-point dogs, over under 65. Miami is obviously very good. Cam Ward, they've been playing well. I think they had a bye week last week. Did they have a bye week last week? I don't know.
They beat the brakes off of somebody.
Oh, they played a
That's
basically
team.
a bye week. Yeah, you're right. They're 3-0 and they beat Ball State 62-0.
I've been seeing some Danny Boy highlights about how if they don't protect the ball, they're in trouble.
It's against South Florida. I think this could be a competitive game. I'm going to take South Florida 16.5.
Dave, did you see this one? Somebody said at this rate, the Florida State game will be on the Disney Channel or something else, like ESPN streaming, like whatever. And Danny Boy Kane responded to it like literally. He was like, that game will not be on the Disney Channel.
Well, he's right.
Yeah, he is right. Sounds like you're making fun of him.
Yeah,
I'm not making fun of him.
Sounds like you are.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're making fun of Danny Boy because is it going to be on the Disney Channel? I don't think
It's
so.
not going to be on the Disney Channel.
Right. So what part was funny
All
or
right,
wrong?
fair enough. Somebody was trying to have a joke, and yeah, I got you. Fair enough. Shout out to Danny.
I don't think you should be making fun of Danny Boy,
No, definitely not.
especially because you got a lot of Danny Boy in you. So
Okay.
I don't think you should be doing that. All right, who you got in this game, Rico?
I'm going to take Miami till the wheels fall off. I know South Florida gave Bama a good effort, but then Bama turned it on at the end. I think that means Miami is not overlooking this game on the road at South Florida. Probably pissed off they got to go there. I'll take Miami to outlast them minus the 17.
Why are they pissed off they got to go there? They knew the schedule.
Yeah, I know they knew the schedule, but
Isn't it like very close too?
Yeah.
Wait, Miami's pissed off they got to go South Florida? Is that what you just
They're
said?
in South Florida.
Pissed off they got to play a road game. South Florida should always be playing at Miami.
Oh, I guess South Florida. I'm stupid. South Florida does play at Tampa Bay. I forgot that. But why would they be pissed? There's probably gonna be a lot of Miami fans. They play in the NFL stadium.
Are you just making that up?
I'm not making it up. It's a sense of like when South Florida's playing Miami, 99% of the time I would imagine the game is at Miami. They don't get the return trip.
Can anybody fact check that?
Miami doesn't have to go to South Florida. It would be, to me, it's like it's a little bit more than a bye game.
What?
It's a little bit higher than a bye. It's a bye game.
Okay.
USF?
A little bit higher than a bye game.
A lot higher, I think.
All right. I'd be pissed off if I had to go.
Why?
So I'd take Miami.
It's not even. You don't even have to leave the
Close.
state.
It's like yeah.
They're equal. 3 in Tampa, 3 in Miami.
Okay, so they just split it.
Wow.
Every time.
Okay. Learned something new.
Yeah.
So are you going to change your pick, knowing that Miami
No,
might
I
not
still
be
think
pissed off?
I still think Miami's
Do
unbelievable.
you think they just sit in that dorm like, damn, we gotta travel a couple hours to Tampa?
Yeah. I think they're pissed. The game should be at home. If it was me, it should be 6-0.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Dave.
I'm taking USF, and I don't think Miami's played anybody, and the over. 60.5, 65.5. I have no idea. Cam Ward, real deal. No idea the rest of Miami. I mean, yeah, they beat Florida. Florida's trash, so I just don't know. I think USF's definitely better than Florida, so I like USF here in the points.
It's like a 3.5-hour drive. Probably taking a flight. Probably
It's
like
40 minutes. Still 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Maybe take a bus down there. Easy trip.
Yeah, very easy. Okay, last game on the Saturday card, the big one at night, Tennessee at Oklahoma. I'm excited for this game. So we got Tennessee, who's looked incredible. They did an onside kick against Kent State. They won by 1 billion. Oklahoma not looked incredible. First game in the SEC for Oklahoma. They're +7. Over-under's 57.5. Rico.
Hand up, I had Tulsa and had it in the win column. And Oklahoma scored 10 points in the last couple minutes to cover by 2.
Yeah,
Sucked.
That did suck. Rico.
I'm going to take the over. I do think this one's going to be a shootout.
You said all the overs are dead.
It's not all the overs. It feels like a lot of overs have been dying, but this one I feel like is a shootout. I love the points in this one. I'm going to take the over.
I don't think that Oklahoma wants to get in a shootout. Personally.
All right.
I don't know. Their offense has not been Oklahoma offense of old. They're not the Stoops offense. But I'm going to take Oklahoma in this game, +7. I just think this is a tough place to go at night. First game in the SEC. Oklahoma's circled this. Tennessee's looked incredible. I don't know. I think this is going to be a tight game. Josh Heupel, obviously there's a lot of history there. Brent Venables was talking about it this week. You know, Brent Venables was on staff at Oklahoma when Josh Heupel was the quarterback, so they know each other well. I'm going to take Oklahoma +7.
I feel like you're either going to be really right or really wrong about this game. Like Oklahoma probably wins or they lose by 30.
Yeah.
And I still won't know what to make of Tennessee because I think if they get smashed, it'll be more an indictment. Maybe Oklahoma's not that good because they haven't looked good. But so I had this as a no play for me, but I'll agree with you, Dan. I'm going to take the points at home with Oklahoma. The Sooner Schooner, the whatever that music is, all the pageantry, night, they keep it close. But they may get overwhelmed. That's why I'm not going to touch it. But for this, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think it's like I don't expect it to be like a 10-point game. You're right. Like this could be almost
The spread's
instant.
7, right?
Right. Yeah.
It wouldn't change my play if it was 3.5.
Right. Almost instantly we'll know, okay, the Tennessee's just that much better than everyone this year, and it's going to be like, 21-3, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Or it's going to be just one of those dogfights the entire game. You're like, oh, shit, Tennessee, they've been playing no one. Obviously, they played NC State. I just don't think NC State's that good. Okay, let's do our cards. Rico, why don't you do Rhoback, and then we'll do our cards and our mortals.
Sure. Let's take a break, tell you about our friends at Rhoback. It's safe to say we'd bet on these guys any day of the week because we absolutely love their gear. It's college football season, and Rhoback is ready. Fresh off their collegiate license drop, there are custom-designed polos, hoodies, and Q-zips for some of your favorite schools. Rhoback's performance polos are the only polos we wear. We don't even wear polos that often, but when we do, it's always Rhoback. They have the most comfortable fabric and the best fit. It's that simple. Rhoback's performance hoodies are the best piece of clothing we own. We can't emphasize how soft these are. With great stretch and still breathable, they are simply the best hoodies out there. Odds are, if you see us during football season, we'll be wearing a Rhoback hoodie. With it being football season, there is not a better shirt for game day than Rhoback's better short for everyday game day than Rhoback's everyday shorts. Whether you are going to the game or watching at home, these shorts look nice enough to wear with a polo, but have the comfort on an active short with an elastic waistband. There's a reason why college football's biggest names are wearing Rhoback. Between Quinn Ewers, Jalen Monroe, and Caleb Downs, Rhoback is all over the best college football players. So use code PICK on Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off your first purchase through the end of the week. That's RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all polos, hoodies, shorts, and more with code PICK.
Okay, cards. Rico, go ahead.
All right.
Let's get some winners this week, boys. We're all under 50%.
I love the board.
Oh, I have not been able to fully sink my teeth into the board, but I am going to end up loving the board as well.
All right. Utah State minus 6.5 against Temple. I think Temple is dreadful. I think Utah State gets on the right side there, minus 6.5. Jacksonville State minus 6. Southern Miss's quarterback has a bad ankle. I'm going to take Jacksonville State. They've been scoring some points. Love USC minus 5.5 against Michigan. Virginia Tech. I was high on this team coming into the season. They haven't played great, but I think this is a get-right spot at home against Rutgers, minus the 3.5 short line.
They beat the fuck out of Old Dominion.
Yeah.
Okay. I had Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Virginia Tech minus 3.5 against Rutgers. SMU plus 3 against TCU. These teams always play each other tight, and I love SMU going into this preseason. I'm going to take SMU. Plus the 3. Miami minus 16.5 against South Florida, and then I'll save the mortal.
Where's that game being played, the SMU game? Oh, it's at SMU?
I think it's at SMU.
Okay. Dave.
Okay, give credit to these guys. They play nobody. They are playing a cupcake schedule. They will beat everybody by a million until it gets tough. Ohio State minus 40 against Marshall. I had them last week, Ohio State. They beat somebody by a million, easy money. Just cowardly schedule. Virginia at Coastal Carolina. I'll take Coastal Carolina at home, plus 3.5. Michigan, plus 5.5. Already gave that out against USC. Navy, plus 9.5 at home against Memphis. I like Navy to win that game. Arkansas, plus 3.5 at Auburn. Arkansas coughed up that one game. I think they win this one. Who did they cough it up? Who did they beat?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah. I like LSU minus 24 at home against UCLA. I don't know how good LSU is. I really think UCLA is that bad. This is just a reverse game. Everyone's sucking Northern Illinois' dick after that ND victory. Buffalo plus 14 on the road against Northern Illinois. I like Texas Tech at home minus 3 against ASU. ASU traveling to Lubbock. That's going to be like 13 different connecting flights. The opposite of Rico. I like Rutgers to beat Virginia Tech plus 3.5. Oklahoma State plus 2 against VTech. I like Missouri minus 20.5 at home against Vandy. They may shut Vandy out. I like Cal. I just got to go against Florida State.
Yes.
I was thinking that same thing.
I mean, Florida State's favored against Cal, 2.5. I'll take Cal. USF plus 16.5 at home against Miami, over 65.5. I like Northwestern to beat Washington on the road, plus 10.5. I like the over and Ole Miss, Georgia Southern, 66.5. Georgia Southern, that was somebody we had to watch the game. That was Brand Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Georgia Southern beat Vandy. He didn't watch the game, and you called him on it. I like the over 66.5, and I like BYU, who is, I don't know what their deal is. They're underdogs versus everybody and beating everybody. I like BYU at home to beat Kansas State 6.5.
Yeah.
You got a 3-teamer? Any leans on a 3-teamer?
It's funny you asked that because I put in before this show on DraftKings, which it will show up. It was not a 3-teamer. It's a 6-team parlay. Put in $5,000 to win $3 million. Money line. That got your attention, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All money lines. Coastal Carolina, Navy, Northwestern, BYU, Rutgers, and Arkansas.
Wow.
All money lines. $5,000 to win $3 million.
Wow.
Would you cash out if it went to BYU at the last game?
Yeah, I'd really think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have everything I've said on the card so far. I also have BYU plus 6.5. I also have Cal. That's like one of those. Florida State's now in that territory where it's like I'm just gonna keep betting against them, and obviously I'll get burned at some point, but you just have to do it until they show it. I have Louisville minus 10. Did you guys see the helmets that Louisville's wearing?
No.
This is a helmet play. I just texted it to you. It's
I wanted
the
to take
Louisville Cardinal doing the Heisman pose on the helmet. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a straight helmet play. That's all my analysis in that game. Louisville minus 10. Also, I guess a little analysis. I think Georgia Tech's still getting credit for beating Florida State, who's turned out to be the worst team ever.
Notre Dame on deck for Louisville.
Notre Dame on deck for Louisville. I have Florida or California plus 2.5, Louisville minus 10. Where was my other play? I had Iowa minus 2.5 at Minnesota. That's going to be an ugly, ugly game, but I like Iowa. And they have a little revenge for that stupid called back punt, remember last year, that screwed up their season, that they got fucked on. I think that was Cooper DeJean who returned that punt. And I have that's it. I have my mortal.
All right. I got the answer.
Okay.
He manages the NIL pot, raises money for that pot by putting together as many fundraisers as possible, and is monitoring the transfer portal at all times to acquire talent and beat out people. He's the program CEO, has the oversight of any external relations the team has, and is basically the hawk for the coach. But more than anything, roster management.
So he's at no point is he mitigating
No
or
mitigating and mediating. No mitigating.
The important thing that was from Fanta.
Yeah.
The last part is the fun part, roster management. Fundraising, who the fuck would
Sucks.
want to do that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it sounds like also like this is probably a quality of life move. You know, he doesn't have to fucking be at his phone all the time. He loves
it depends.
St. Bonnie's.
Yeah, it depends how involved you have to be on the transfer portal.
Yeah, but even if he's super involved, there's no way that it's as bad as having to be the news
breaking
breaker.
news.
Yeah.
And once your roster's set. You get to just watch your team play. Okay. Thanks for that, Rico. All right. What do we have for mortals? Hank.
Go Notre Dame minus 28 against Miami of Ohio.
By the way, that would piss me off if I were a Notre Dame fan, and that Purdue game, that would make me so mad. Watching that game and just being like, they have this in them. They should never lose to NIU at home. That's just like a focus problem by them.
I think this is going to be like we blew our last big game at home.
Yeah.
Let's go out and show what we got.
Okay. Zupi.
I'm going Boston College minus 6.5 against Michigan State. Red bandana game. Prime time.
Ooh. Wait, it's red bandana? Wait, what is the line?
It's 6.5.
And who are they playing?
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
I mean, I have to take BC red bandana games.
Yeah.
It's out of respect, yeah.
Out of respect.
Yeah, I could see them winning that game and not covering. I don't think Little Brother is horrible, but we'll see.
No, the quarterback is kind of electric. Jack.
I'm taking the over in Texas ULM 52.5.
Okay.
Archie.
Ebo, the undefeated man.
Yeah, Rutgers, Virginia Tech over 44.5.
All right, add it to my card. Whatever Ebo takes, I'm adding to my card. Liam.
Nebraska minus 7.5.
Liam is 0-3. You got to get a win, Liam.
Yeah. Huskers.
Rico.
Texas Tech, Arizona State over 60.5. Seen enough out of
That
what
was
I've
my
seen
mortal. God damn it.
What was it?
Texas Tech, Arizona State over 16.
All right, so Rico and I have the same.
What about the
You want to
parlay?
throw
What are we
Ebo
doing
in?
for the parlay?
Yeah, throw Ebo in.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Wait, that's Jersey.
It's fine. We'll be fine.
All right.
All right, Dave, you're mortal.
Navy plus 9.5 at home against Memphis. I think Navy's pretty decent this year. Memphis is getting credit. They beat somebody shitty last week. Is it FSU?
FSU.
Yeah, so who cares? You beat FSU. Who fucking cares? Navy's going to run the wishbone on them. That game will be close. They're in my parlay. I think they win the game, and you get 9.5.
Okay. All right, good pick 'em, boys. Good luck to everyone. We'll see everyone in Auburn. Let me get that actually out real quick. If you are listening to this, you're at Auburn. We will be at, let's find this. We will be right by the stadium, University Station at Donahue, 550 Martin Luther King Drive, Auburn, Alabama. 12 o'clock Central is the show. We're very excited. We've never been to Auburn. We wanted to do more shows in places we haven't been this year. So come on out. It's going to be awesome.
I question for you, Dan, before we go, and this may be a college football show question. Yeah.
What?
Well, I was going to say, if Michigan beats USC,
Yeah.
should we put aside Michigan at Ohio State? I'm getting so many people saying I'm scared to go to Ohio State.
Yeah, I think we should.
Because if they beat USC, that means then that game will probably be a meaningful, good game. I don't want to go if Michigan's like sucks and it's no point to that. But if Michigan looks like where we can fend for ourselves, I'll show up, and all these old Troy Smith and all these old retired guys who peaked in college and couldn't play in the pros and are in my mentions. Oh, we beat Michigan back in the 40s. I'll take you. I'll take Fat Ev. I'll take Big Up Buckeye Bren. We'll show up. We'll do our show right in your face.
Yeah, I think we should, because looking at, if Michigan beats USC, their schedule, they have to play Oregon, which will be a tough game. But if they can go into that Ohio State game with like 2 or 3 losses, I think it's worth going. If they have 4 losses, 5 losses,
right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. So there it is, Ohio State. You got to.
You want it?
You have to root for Michigan.
Now you got to root for Michigan to beat USC this week.
I love it. All right, see you guys.
All right.
All right.